Hello everyone and welcome, and today I have the opportunity to talk with Lion Ceccah. Ceccah, sorry.
Yeah.
With Lion Ceccah, sorry for that. This year's representative of Lithuania.
Yes.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing better. I had a lot of sleep tonight. I needed that because I had this bad cold from Lithuania when I came here. So the first rehearsal was so unsatisfying, but I'm getting better. Yeah.
So was the second one better?
It was better, but I had some other issues. Yeah, it's a big show, so a lot of issues there and there and there. And it's a process, so that's why all the contestants are going really early before, yeah.
So in this process, is there something that really surprised you during the whole Eurovision journey?
Surprised. Actually, one thing surprised me, that this stage that I saw, on the internet, it's not that big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you're on the stage, it's not that big. It's actually really regular stage. They have, this equipment, these lighting machines and everything else, and maybe that's why it looks bigger on the photos. But yeah, when I'm standing there, it's like regular arena stage, and actually we have the same, I think, in Lithuania. So yeah, but it, of course, it's very innovative, and they have this long tongue of a stage. So yeah, it's still impressive.
It looks huge, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that it's not that big. And what was the most difficult thing for you during this whole process?
So I think, yeah, the most difficult thing for me is to rehearse while I'm really don't have, the power in me because of the illness. And on top of that, like when your sound in your ear is not clear, so it's, two things at the same time is very hard to keep up with with everything on the stage. So that's the hardest thing, and of course you don't have time there, so you have to be very 100% healthy and just do that what you came for. So that was the hardest thing, to keep up with everything.
To summarize that, is this whole thing matching your imagination, expectation of the Eurovision?
In a way, yes, but yes and no. So why yes? It's a big product. I will say that, big team, a lot of steps, a lot of stops there before the stage. So I imagined that, but I never imagined that the feeling when you're rehearsing is like very the same that you rehearse in your own room. Like yeah.
That's interesting.
Because it doesn't give me this stadium vibe, because it is not a stadium. I always imagine that Eurovision is in the stadiums or very big arenas. So it doesn't give me that for now. Maybe with the audience it will feel quite different, because what I see there on the stage is just lights, and everything around me is dark, so it's very like I'm in the room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understandable.
because my performance is very dark, so we're not lighting a lot of lights everywhere. So
Okay, so speaking about the performance, that's good that you started that topic. What is the message or the emotion you would like people to take from your performance and your song?
So I think I have a lot of messages in my song, but the first is I think the most important thing I want everybody to, you know, take from this, or maybe just to think about this, is what it's like to be human and what makes us human beings. So maybe those questions, and I want to, you know, shake something in your body, in your soul, with that.
I think it's working, to be honest. After the 30 seconds rehearsal, I think it is.
Thank you.
But I also have a question about your drag career.
Oh.
What experience are you taking from that to the Eurovision stage?
So drag helped me to free my voice, like metaphorically and physically. So yeah, it gave me, you know, this maybe groundness and self-belief. Yeah, so I found my, you know, woman side. So it's very important for an artist to have those, you know, woman and men's energies in themselves on the stage.
Okay. What is the, because I think the that your look is kind of an inspiration from drag. This is how I see it. So what's the inspiration behind the whole silver look and the glitter, and how difficult is it to take it off?
So yeah, this is the most common question.
That's what I thought, but it's really interesting.
Yeah. So actually, it wasn't inspired by drag culture. It was inspired more of a, you know, this retro futuristic movies and thoughts about, you know, machines, about AI, and you know, silver is like metal, so metal is very lifeless. So that was very important for me to portray on the stage. And actually, I had a lot of ideas what I want to do on the stage, but you know, depending on the money we have there back home and all the possibilities on the stage, we came to this. And of course, it is very hard to do on the stage that you know, sculpture and because under that is a lot of heavy metals and constructions. But yeah, that was actually I don't know if easiest way to portray my ideas, but something in the middle, because I had more, you know, futuristic ideas, and that was, I think, impossible on television. It's more possible on the, you know, movie set or somewhere. But yeah, I stuck to that, and you know, this inspiration is from all movies. Maybe the first movie I thought was Metropolis. This is very old movie. I think one of the first ones, silent movie. And later, more of the inspirations came from opera. And Robert Wilson. He's a very famous opera director. And you know, we wanted to collide those fields, this pop, this classical, and this futuristic vibe into one performance. So inspirations came from a lot of, you know, backgrounds.
It's really funny that you're talking about the movies, because the whole song and the performance, it really reminds me of Doni Darko. I have no idea why, but it does.
Okay.
So yeah. And speaking about your home country, so as we all know, the Eurovision is not only about music. It's also about the cultural experience, sharing your cultures. So what is the side of Lithuania that you would like to share with the whole Europe?
What is the side? I think.
Anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of Europeans think that we as Lithuanians are very, introverts and very not going out persons and very, calm and maybe in a way arrogantic. But this is true and false in one sentence. Because we really like, this artistic side of a human, like most of us. Yeah, of course we have a lot of, pop, those MTV vibes, but also we have this very big, beautiful culture of, fine arts. And yeah, we are like that. We want to be, seen as artistic people, but, behind the scenes or after those projects, we're very outgoing and very loud. Yeah.
Is there?
So, yeah, what you see on the screen and what you see off the screen is very different. We're keeping our minds on, project, and then it's party time.
Is there a place in Lithuania you would recommend all us to go?
A lot of places, but yeah, actually, I really love this small town Trakai. It's near Vilnius. It's like 30 minutes from Vilnius center, and why I love that place because I have this village that I went for all my life there, and I don't know. The city has its own vibe. It's very like seaside, but it's not near the sea. They have the most beautiful castle there, yeah, and a lot of lakes, and all the old shops and everything. So you can do like a lot of stuff there, and it's very near to Vilnius. So it's very like, I don't know, it's my childhood memory based. And it's very, sentimental for me, but it's also very beautiful.
That sounds very, very tempting. So I think I will go there someday. Yeah. Let's go beyond the Eurovision. As we know that it can change the artist's life over one night. So do you see this as a turning point for yourself, or?
I don't know. I cannot predict nothing. I want to, I want to on the stage that 3 minutes when I will be there, and what happens after that is, my and our team choice, where we're going from there. Of course, if big labels are calling me and saying we need you, I will think about it. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of going straight to who's telling you let's make a contract. I'm very self-thought and self-dependent in a way, so I always want to have this creative freedom, and what is best for very pop person is maybe not very best thing for me. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, I would like to collaborate with people from that day when I'm finishing here.
Okay. What is your dream next step then?
Actually, I really want to start create again, because this half year was pause because of this Eurovision thing and this one song, and I want to start creating again and create more music this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing a tour maybe?
I would like to, but tour, it needs a lot of money first and new energy. And actually, we're drained at this moment, and I think I need a little break before planning some tours. But of course, I want to go, not just for 2 or 3 countries, maybe more. Yeah.
Sounds good. If you come to Poland, just let us know and we'll...
Actually, Alicia just texted me something, so maybe I will talk with her.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're getting till the end of this interview. Is there a thing that Eurovision fans would never guess about you outside of the music zone?
I don't know, actually. I think I'm a open card. But I think we all have secrets and hobbies and stuff, and things in our past. But I think not a lot of people know that I was a water polo player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a very niche sport, to be honest. Is it popular in Lithuania or?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, but I don't know. That was in my teenage years, and I remember that, and it's like quite strange for me as well. So I don't know.
It is very, wow. It's very funny. It's not funny. It's very interesting, to be honest. How did it start?
It started, I think my brother, we have this big pool, professional pool for sportsmen, near our house. And I don't know, my brother, he went and signed, he wanted to, swim. Later it became water polo. And I went too. I don't know. I followed him. Yeah, that's the story.
That's very nice, to be honest. Sounds great. I need to learn about water polo then.
It's strange, actually.
To be honest, really. Very unpopular direction. But very funny. So my last question actually would be, is there something, the most funny or the most ridiculous thing you've ever read about yourself?
Loads.
Stage is yours.
The most ridiculous, funny thing. I don't know. So I don't know if it's funny or not. A lot of people in Lithuania thought that I'm actually a woman.
Oh.
Like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And that's whatever, nice. But I don't know if it's funny.
If it is for you, then it is.
Yeah, kind of funny. Because actually nothing, I don't know, not excite me, but I'm not surprised by anything at this point in life. So it's just funny, so this thing is actually about me and this very famous comedian in Lithuania. So after I won the final in Lithuania, and I was in my bed already. It was after 12 or maybe later. Yeah, later. Maybe next day. That comedian, he posted a post made with AI in bed with the silver skin, and he wrote to he has a lot of followers, loads, and he posted, "Haha, I fooled you all." And that was funny. That was funny because a lot of people thought that it was actually me, and they started to writing even articles in the media. and like suggesting that I am, this scammer, and I should be eliminated, and but that was funny for me actually.
That's why you do research. So
Yeah. So what that shows to me, that you can be fooled, like in every step.
yeah.
So don't just read or follow everyone with a blind eye. So actually my performance is about that. Just open up your mindset and your eyes for the first time maybe in your life.
I think in this whole AI situation and all the stuff, we need to be really, really aware of everything that's going on. Okay, so it was great talking with you. Any last words to our viewers? We are in the same semi-final, remember that?
Yes. So thank you for interview. And what I want to say for Poland people who's watching Eurovision, vote for your favorite artists. Of course, for me first. And I really love Alicia. I just wanna declare that. And I liked her from the first time I heard the song, and actually we met in Amsterdam and London, and I think we can be really good friends because we have the same vibe. I don't know,
The Eurovision friendships are like very important.
Yeah, but we don't have time actually for friendships. Maybe after, maybe if I'm not going to final, maybe I will have more time, But yeah, when I'm with this illness, when I have a lot of interviews, and actually we are going around the city, we don't have time. And actually we staying at this hotel where is just Moldova and Latvia, so just 3 countries. We don't have like interactions with others, so it's harder for us to contact. But yeah, maybe I will go tomorrow to her party. She's organizing something somewhere. But yeah, here the first thing what's important is your health and sleep. But yeah, shout out to Alicia and have a best show.
So very good luck, and I think you'll see her in final, and you'll see yourself in the final.
I hope so.
Yes.